Hello everybody, welcome back to Grapple Man's videos. Today I'd like to take you to one of my favorite places where I go to get materials. We want to try to stay away from the heavily populated areas if you can. Just be playing open like I do. But this is a really good place for getting all kinds of good materials for engineers, such as ion canisters, ionized gas canisters, sorry about that, aerogel, chemical superbase, epoxy adhesive, some of those things, those chemical things. You can also get lots of good data and some carbon fiber plating, tungsten or titanium plating, tungsten carbide, scramblers, all kinds of good stuff. Don't forget to subscribe or like or comment to help me grow my channel so that I can continue to make videos that are positive about Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Today we're going to go to system LP460-60 and go to Gießen Synthetics plant. I can't remember which planet it's on since I don't have the game open right now, but it's easy to find if you do a scan of the nav beacon. Now, once you land somewhere close to the base, I usually disembark into either my Grade 5 Maverick or my Assault suit, which is the Dominator, and I'm going to go to the command building, and I've got to get a scan off of one of these workers that's in here, and I'll show you how you do it through the window. Now you'll get on the roof and you'll run across the building, and there are several sets of windows you can see in. If you look at the back side of the building, this set of windows is not necessarily going to help you very much. It's very rare that you're going to catch somebody coming through there. So those windows are not where you want to go. So go back up on the roof and go over here opposite the landing pad, as you can see over there. And there's a small set of windows over here. If you jump down here and look in, you'll notice there's a guy that's walking your way. So just hide, find a nice place to stall, and wait for him to set. And once you get him in the position you want him to be, you go ahead and scan him. Now the scan doesn't take very long, and he will stop several different places. There's another set of windows around the corner that he's actually looking out if you miss this one. And he'll come back pretty regularly, so you can always get several chances if you're not real good at it. Now walk to the front of the building, and you'll see the sidewalk there. And that sidewalk indicates there's a entrance. Look both ways, make sure there's nobody watching, and when the coast is clear, you're going to drop down and go into the door. As you can see, as soon as you go in, to your left there should be a charge spot, so you can recharge your shields or your energy if you need to. Once you do that, I'll show you, this layout is pretty common. Once you've charged up, you're going to run right past this guy into this big opening lobby. You're going to go up the stairs. There's operations in 2 doors and a couple places you can grab some materials from. The operations is around the corner, and there's another door over on your left. We're going to go back down the stairs now and go to security, and we're going to shut off the alarms and the authorization notifications. So we're going to run right through security. As soon as we go to the door, we're getting our gun out, and we're going to go directly to settlement alarms, which is going to be on your right, and we're going to turn those off, and then we're going to come around and hit the authorization scans. Look at those. Oh, missed it a little bit there. Okay, wrong button. Okay, good, there we go. And now we'll take care of this guy without any worries of being called out. Now if the gun is loud like the shotgun, you may find some people coming to rush you, but there's a lot of good data that you can grab right there. And there's obviously 4 places that little lockers you can go through. So once you've done this, you pretty much are free reign to slowly but surely go through all the other rooms in this settlement. Now let's just take a look at the lockers here that are in this room. This is just an example. I'm going to go fast forward through some of the different things that are here, but you can see all that material there is decent. And again, it's high value, a lot of it, and some of it's necessary for engineering. Now I am in a Dominator suit, so I can't open the unlocked ones, but I come back after I kill everybody and pick up all the other things that I left behind. Everybody's different in how they play. I like to clean out a whole building at once. So the next thing I'm going to do is go upstairs to operations, and there are several turrets that I can turn off, and there's also another set of data that I can get from a data collector. I do have to deal with a couple researchers, and they can be pesky. As you can see, I was really being dumb. I didn't have my shield set up. Anyway, I was just, this is like the third or fourth time I went through it, and I was getting kind of lackadaisical. But really and truly, it was really like a treasure trove for me, picking up the stuff that I could get. But you can see once you clear this place out, I always like to remember to scan those guys as well, because you sometimes can get extra bounties. I guess I can't completely clear this room until I get rid of this dude. There's like a lot of them decide to come running up. And I like the plasma weapons, obviously, because they are very damaging. However, they can be slow. And I am working on my Aphelion laser rifle. That's what I'm going to do. But always remember to scan. Sometimes there's no bounties. Sometimes there's huge bounties. I've gotten 34,000 for a guy one time that I can think of. So don't forget to do that. There's one, 13,000. Once you get all the bounties, head on back over to the table. This one didn't have a lot of data for that particular one that time. But once you clear out that building, you're going to go straight across the sidewalk to the industry building. And when you get in there, this is very typical of what you see in these industrial settlements. You would normally go in here and turn to the right, go up the stairs, and there'd be a data terminal and the settlement alarms and the authorization scan alarms. But they're not in this building, in this particular settlement, because they were just in the command building. But this is very typical of where you go. Once you're up here, you know, there's going to be several people you got to clear out, and so just be prepared for that. But there's a lot of great material in the labs in this building. So once you clean out this area, you're going to take a little walk, or run if you'd like, down the hallway. I usually go counterclockwise. There's 2 lockers here. Usually they're full, and depending on the respawn, but there's some decent stuff in there. And you'll go down the other end of the hall, and you'll go to the treasure trove lab. Now in the lab, there's going to be at least 3 areas you can go into lockers, and usually there's a data point and then one thing you can turn off. Now, I always like to make sure there's nobody in there, but I'm going to go to the data port first, and I'm going to see what it has. In this particular case, the data port does have some good stuff. One of the things I like about this particular base, and again, remember, I'm going to come back through here with my other suit, and I'll do at the end a little summary of what I picked up. But there's 2 industry buildings, and they're loaded. So I'm going to hop over the ditch, go to the other side of the building, other side of the settlement, and clear this side out, and go into the laboratories they have. And again, there's data panels in here. There's all kinds of lockers. There's all kinds of stuff lying around. It's just tremendous. And this gene stuff is important to get. And again, the more times you come back, the stuff respawns and stuff. And the really good thing about this place is it's an anarchy base in a system that's not anarchy. So I didn't get any notoriety or anything like that from killing these folks, and so it was not a penalty for me. Here's the second lab that's in that same facility. You'll notice there's at least 1, 2, 3, or 4 lockers. Of course, there'll be some people you got to clear out. But I just want you, after I scan this guy, which doesn't yield very much of anything actually, you'll notice this big locker. Now, this is very typical of the kind of stuff that I would find all throughout this base. Look at this locker. You got all kinds of great stuff in there. Chemical super base, 2 or 3 of them. You got the epinephrine up, and then of course you got to watch out for the guards. And anyway, I think it's a thumbs up for this place. Well, that's about it for me for this time. But if you'd like some action and some places where you can get some good resources that are fairly easy to master and kind of off on its own, then try this place. This system is a really good system, And I might see you there since I'm playing there fairly regularly. But that's it for me. Grappling Man, out.